Every day begins on autopilot, guided by routines we barely notice. But those routines are powerful.
From the moment we wake up, habits quietly make decisions for us.
We act without thinking, saving effort and mental energy. This efficiency has a cost.
Inside the brain, habits follow a predictable pattern and scientists can observe.
It's called the habit loop. Cue, routine, reward.
The cue is the trigger, something that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. Routine is the behavior itself, physical or mental.
And the reward is what teaches your brain, and the habit is worth remembering.
Over time, this loop becomes automatic and hard to break.
Researchers discovered habits never disappear. They stay stored, waiting.
That insight explains why changing habits is so difficult and so possible.
Willpower alone often fails because it fights the wrong part of the loop. Then you keep the cue and reward, but change the routine.
Repetition rewires behavior, one loop at a time.
The same habit principles shape organizations and cultures.
Companies that change keystone habits can transform everything else.
Habits determine how we work, shop, and live together.
Once you see the loop, you start noticing habits everywhere.
The book shifts from awareness to action, how habits can be redesigned. Change doesn't start with motivation. It starts with structure.
Writing down cues and rewards makes the invisible visible. Awareness creates a moment of choice, small but powerful.
Mapping the loop reveals where change can actually happen. The routine shifts, but the cue stays the same.
The reward, relief, still satisfies the brain.
Consistency strengthens the new loop.
Habits don't live in isolation. They spread through families and groups.
Social cues can reinforce or undo behavior.
The book shows how belief plays a critical role in lasting change.
When people believe change is possible, habits stick.
Community reinforces belief when willpower fades.
Success becomes its own reward.
Organizations rely on shared habits to function at scale.
Some habits matter more than others. Change one keystone habit, and others follow. Small shifts can trigger widespread transformation.
Collective habits can change history, one routine at a time.
The book now turns to crises, moments when habits are most exposed.
In uncertainty, people fall back on the strongest routines they have.
Well-designed habits can save lives when thinking time disappears.
Checklists turn behavior into muscle memory. The lesson is clear. Habits shape outcomes under pressure.
In this instance, flirt for new FIFA grades. The same principle applies to everyday decisions.
Awareness interrupts automatic spending loops.
Small pauses can change long-term behavior.
Habits compound, just like interest.
Many habits begin with identity, who we believe we are. When actions match identity, routines feel natural.
Shared identity reinforces commitment.
Belief grows stronger when it's shared.
Yeah.
And it's organizations. Organizations intentionally build habits into culture.
These signals guide behavior without direct orders.
When habits align, work feels effortless.
Society itself runs on shared routines.
We trust habits. We rarely question.
Until something breaks and forces us to look closer.
When habits fail, they reveal how deeply they control behavior.
Failure creates an opening for redesign.
The book emphasizes planning for known cues.
Anticipation weakens the old routine's grip.
Substitution works better than resistance.
This idea repeats throughout the book for a reason.
Habits are processes, not moral failures.
Self-compassion keeps the loop from breaking down.
Social reinforcement accelerates recovery.
Groups reset habits the same way individuals do.
Crises can dissolve old norms and allow new habits to form.
Clear rules become temporary habits.
Rehearsal turns intention into action.
Stability returns when habits settle again. The book connects individual change to systemic change.
Shared belief can redirect collective routines.
Momentum builds when people move together.
Habits scale from brains to cities.
and change always begins with a single loop.
By now, the pattern is clear, but the work is personal.
Habits aren't changed all at once. They're rebuilt in moments.
Environment quietly shapes behavior more than intention.
Design the space, and the habit follows.
The book reinforces this idea again and again.
Tracking behavior turns change into data.
Progress is rarely dramatic, but it's real.
Rewards don't need to be big to work.
Awareness interrupts old loops before they run.
Fresh starts are easier when friction is removed.
Alignment turns effort into momentum.
The power of habit is quiet, but immense.
The message has been consistent from the start.
Change your habits, and you change your life's direction.
Responsibility begins in that pause. The book ends by returning to its core idea.
Our lives are the sum of repeated actions.
Each routine is a vote for the person we become.
Momentum grows from consistency, not intensity.
The reward reinforces the new loop.
Habits don't just change individuals, they change communities.
What's black?
Culture is simply habit at scale.
When routines align, systems thrive. Change remains fragile without awareness.
Slips don't erase progress, they teach it.
Each day offers a chance to begin again.
The story comes full circle.
Choice leads to new habits.
And new habits shape a different future.
Subscribe for Money Mindset books.